My beloved, lean in and listen. You did not stumble across these words by chance. You were summoned by heaven's timing. When the clock of eternity strikes in secret, it does not ring for the crowds. It whispers for one, and tonight, that one is you. Do not skip. Do not wander away. Every word is part of a countdown that has already begun. Stay with me, for in the next breath, in the next minute, what was spoken against you will be overturned, and the decree of heaven will rise in your favor. I see you, my child. I see the weight you have carried in silence, the battles you could not explain, the tears you wiped when no one was looking. You wondered if heaven saw, if heaven remembered, if heaven heard. And I tell you now, heaven has heard, heaven has remembered, heaven has marked this night as your night. There is a window, a short and trembling window. Heaven has opened it for you, and I cry out so you may not miss it. 2 minutes in the realm of heaven are enough to change a lifetime on earth. Tonight is such a moment. Beloved, your enemies did not simply rise by accident. The whispers against you were planted by jealousy, stirred by darkness, sharpened by envy. But the same lips that cursed you have been measured on the scales of justice. The same eyes that watched for your downfall will now see your lifting. Do you feel it already? A stirring in your chest, a heat on your skin, a shiver up your spine. That is the seal of heaven pressing upon you, confirming that these words are not sound alone, but spirit carried to your ears. That stirring is not imagination, it is alignment. Stay, my beloved, stay with me. To step away now would be to walk out of the rain when the clouds have only begun to break. Do not cut short what is being poured. You have been hidden. Yes, you have been overlooked, forgotten, set aside. But heaven whispers to me, now hidden is not forsaken. Overlooked is not abandoned. Set aside is not discarded. Hidden means preserved. Preserved means chosen. When men lock doors, heaven keeps scrolls. And tonight, your name has been pulled from the scroll of remembrance. The ink that recorded your tears, your losses, your betrayals has not faded. Heaven's vault remembers what even your closest ones forgot. Do not doubt the timing. I tell you, there are only minutes left before the overturning begins. Already the scales are tipping. Already the decrees of heaven are echoing louder than the whispers of men. Beloved, I urge you, do not treat this as ordinary. This is not simply another voice among voices. This is not entertainment, not accident, not noise. This is the cry of heaven sent through me, Archangel Michael, to pierce the veil and find you. Your name was called, your spirit was marked. You are not just passing by, you are chosen for this word. And hear me well, enemies rise only when crowns are near. Opposition only stirs when doors are about to open. The intensity of your warfare was proof of the weight of your destiny. The darkness knew your rising, and it trembled. That is why the whispers grew louder. That is why the attacks multiplied. That is why you felt pressed on every side. But what they spoke, heaven has already overturned. What they planned, heaven has already spoiled. What they meant for harm, heaven has written for good. Stay, my child. Do not let the impatience of your mind silence the faith of your spirit. Every second you remain in this flow, chains fall. Every moment you receive these words, verdicts shift. Your enemies called you defeated, but heaven calls you victorious. They called you small, but heaven calls you marked. They called you late, but heaven calls you right on time. And I must tell you something, lean close. Do not tell everyone, not yet. Some miracles bloom only in silence, in secrecy, in hidden soil. This word is for you, not for the crowd. It is your portion, your bread, your oil. My beloved, my chosen. This is the first seal. Heaven's attention is upon you tonight. Do you feel it? That warmth in your hands? That heaviness in your eyes? That trembling in your chest? These are not random. They are confirmations, signs that the overturning has begun. Stay and remain connected. Stay and receive fully. Do not lose your alignment. If you wander away, you may miss the whisper of the next moment. If you remain, you will drink the full cup prepared for you. This is why I say stay aligned, remain connected, so heaven can reach you again. Do not let the noise of this world sever the whisper of the next. Beloved, your story has reached its turning. The page is turning even now. It is not an accident. You are here, my beloved. The divine calendar has been circling this very hour for you. The voice of heaven calls, and it calls by name your name, written in light. Do not move from this moment. You are standing at the edge of destiny's river, and the waters are about to part. Listen closely. Your enemies thought their words were final, but tonight their verdict is overturned. The accusations that echoed in secret rooms, the laughter that rose behind your back, the shadows that whispered against your stepsoul of it, is now being dragged into heaven's court. And here, the judge of all judges has already spoken, not guilty, not forsaken, not abandoned. Do you feel your skin tingling as I speak? Do you feel the heaviness lifting from your chest? That is no coincidence. That is the signature of heaven pressing against your body. Tears may rise, not of sorrow, but of release. Trembling may come, not of fear, but of freedom. These are the confirmations that tonight is your night. Stay with me. Stay in the flow. Do not treat these minutes lightly. Each moment is a seed, each word is a key, each breath carries decree. The longer you remain, the more chains break, the more locks turn, the more scrolls are opened. Beloved, hear me. Your enemies misread your silence. They mistook your stillness for weakness. They thought heaven was quiet because it had forgotten you. But silence was strategy. Stillness was alignment. Heaven does not rush, heaven prepares. And when the time strikes, as it has struck tonight, the overturning comes suddenly, swiftly, irreversibly. I cry out because the window is open now. You must not walk away. In 2 minutes, the wind of reversal is sweeping, and you will see proof even before the night closes. Your destiny has been preserved. That is why the darkness fought so hard against you. That is why the battle was heavier for you than for others. Because you are marked, you are chosen, you are written in flame upon heaven's scrolls. You wonder why doors closed against you. You wonder why voices rose against you. But the Spirit says, what closed was counterfeit, what rose was temporary, what delayed was preparation. You have not been late, you have been aligned. Even now, heaven shows me a door carved with your name, not a door built by men, but a door etched by eternity. This is why the counterfeit doors broke, why the false paths collapsed, why the opportunities slipped away, because they were not the door. Tonight, the true one begins to open. Stay in the flow. If you cut away now, you would step aside. from the very moment for which you have been preserved. Beloved, I urge you, anchor yourself to this word. Stay aligned. Do not lose the thread. When you remain connected, you invite heaven to meet you again. This is why I say softly, stay connected. Subscribe. Covenant your ear with heaven's whisper. This is not about a channel. This is about your alignment. Do not despise the sign. When the phone vibrates, when the message comes, when the knock sounds at the door, do not dismiss it. Heaven works through the ordinary to release the extraordinary. Within 2 minutes, proof will manifest. I see you rising. I see chains snapping. I see shadows scattering. Your enemies will gnash their teeth, for what they whispered is now turned into witness. The very mouths that spoke against you will see the table laid before you. And so I tell you again, you are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are not left behind. You are marked, preserved, chosen. This is the covenant of the night, that the whispers of men cannot outweigh the decrees of heaven. Beloved, rest your spirit here. Do not rush, stay and receive. For every second you remain, the river flows stronger. Every moment you lean in, another layer of heaviness falls away. I close this first seal over you. Heaven's attention has found you. You will not leave as you came. The decree is written. The overturning has begun, beloved. Listen, tonight I must show you what has been hidden in the shadows. For the whispers of your enemies were not small, they were sharpened like arrows. They spoke in places you could not see. They uttered words behind closed doors. They dressed their envy in smiles and their jealousy in polite tones. But I heard, heaven heard. Every whisper has been recorded. They said you would not rise. They said your efforts would collapse. They said you were weak, unworthy, unprepared. Some even laughed when your back was turned. Some rejoiced when storms came against you. And though their words carried poison, you carried them silently, wondering if their verdict was true. But hear me, my beloved, their words are not the final word. Tonight, in the court of heaven, their accusations are overturned. For the gavel has struck, and the judge has spoken. This one is mine. This one is chosen. This one shall rise. Do you feel it, my child? Even now, the trembling in your hands, the warmth in your chest, the moisture in your eyes, that is not weakness, it is confirmation. The Spirit presses upon you as I speak, so you may know this is no ordinary word. That trembling is proof that heaven is touching you. That warmth is proof the overturning has begun. They thought their schemes were hidden, but nothing escapes the eyes of the Most High. Every lie has been weighed. Every jealous glance has been measured, and the scales are tipping in your favor. Do not despise what you feel in your body right now. The chills, the pressure, the sudden heaviness or sudden lightness, these are heaven's seals. You are being marked again, reminded that what was against you is already undone. Stay with me. Do not walk away. Do not silence the word halfway, for there is a mystery at work here. Every moment you remain, another chain is snapped, another accusation erased, another verdict rewritten. Beloved, your enemies thought the silence of heaven meant permission. They mistook the delay for absence. They thought because judgment did not fall quickly, it would not fall at all. But heaven is patient only for the sake of timing, never because of blindness. And tonight, timing has met judgment. A decree is being issued, overturned. Whispers spoken against you in workplaces, in families, among so-called friends, they are overturned. Curses spoken in secret, overturned. Plans drawn against your peace, against your finances, against your joy, overturned. You may already feel the weight shifting. Heaven presses closer now. The veil between the unseen and the seen is thinner than ever. Do not be surprised, my child, if a sign comes quickly. A phone call, a message, a knock at your door. It will look ordinary, but it will carry extraordinary proof. Within 2 minutes of this very word, something will touch you as a witness that heaven is near. And I whisper to you now, do not tell anyone yet. Keep this in silence, for not every ear can hold this secret. Some miracles bloom in hidden soil. If you expose them too soon, you risk the withering of the seed. Guard this word, guard this moment. It is for you and you alone, beloved. The more they spoke, the more heaven wrote. Every curse became a line of testimony. Every slander became a mark in the scroll. And when the scroll was opened tonight, heaven declared, not guilty, elevated, chosen. I see you standing at the threshold. Behind you, the echoes of words that cut deep. Ahead of you, the sound of chains falling and doors opening. Do not turn back to hear the whispers again. Do not repeat their words in your own mind. Let the voice of heaven drown them out. For I, Michael, cry out tonight. The whispers are overturned. The verdict is rewritten. The enemy's laughter will be silenced, and your rising will be their witness. Do not doubt this. The very pressure you feel now, the very stirring in your spirit, is your confirmation. Heaven is near. The overturning has already begun. Beloved, lean in once more. For the conflict against you was not only of flesh and blood, it was spiritual, ancient, deep. Your enemies thought they were speaking words alone, but their tongues were being used as tools of darkness. When they cursed you, it was not just their bitterness, it was the serpent hissing through them. When they slandered, it was not just their envy, it was the shadows, trying to choke your rising before it blossomed. But heaven laughs at the schemes of darkness. Heaven holds the final word, and tonight that word is overturning. Do you not feel it in your bones? The heaviness breaking, the unseen pressure lifting, the sudden clarity in your mind. These are not random shifts, they are confirmations, signs that what was bound in heaven has now been loosed on earth. Listen to me, my child. What they whispered in corners is now shouted down by heaven's thunder. The words they meant for harm are being reversed into testimonies for your good. The very mouths that cursed you will be forced to confess they saw you rise. The very eyes that rolled in mockery will be wide in awe, for the gavel has fallen in heaven's court, and once the gavel falls, no tongue can reverse it. Men may argue, demons may rage, but the decree stands written. This one is chosen, this one is rising, this one is sealed. You must hold this truth tightly. Their words were only shadows. Shadows look long in the setting sun, but they vanish when the light rises, and tonight, heaven's light rises over you. Beloved, do not rush to prove yourself. Do not try to defend yourself with your own hands. The overturning is not your work, it is heaven's. If you speak too soon, you may step into the battle that heaven already won. Remain in the posture of silence, for silence is strategy. Some miracles are fragile in their first bloom. They must be kept in hidden gardens until their roots are deep. Do you feel your body react as I say this? A deep sigh you did not plan, a tingling across your skin that is not ordinary, it is divine confirmation. Heaven is pressing this word into your spirit, marking you as the recipient. Even now, I see scrolls being opened. One by one, the accusations of your enemies are read aloud in the court of heaven. And after each one, the decree resounds: overturned, overturned, overturned. They said you would lose everything, overturned. They said you would never recover, overturned. They said you would not be chosen, overturned. And the more they spoke, the louder heaven's decree thundered: chosen, anointed, preserved. Beloved, your tears were not wasted. Your nights of silence were not ignored. Each tear was a seed, and tonight they return as fruit. Each sigh was a prayer, and tonight it returns as power. Each moment of endurance was a stone in your foundation, and tonight the structure rises. You may even feel a weight leaving you now. Chains you did not know you carried are slipping off. Do not resist, do not fear. This is the overturning. And so I tell you, my beloved, do not fear the whispers. Do not replay their words in your mind. For to replay them is to relive them, and to relive them is to reopen chains that heaven already broke. Instead, replay heaven's decree: overturned, chosen, preserved. This is your confirmation. The war of words is finished. The whispers that followed you are silenced. The accusations that trailed you are erased. The voices that mocked you are bound. Beloved, your enemies planned to bury you in words, but heaven has built you a throne from their very stones. Their curses have become the steps of your elevation. Their envy has become the evidence of your crown. Their laughter has become the drumbeat of your rising. Stay with me. Each breath you take here is part of the shift. Do not step away. Do not break the alignment. And so, I seal this second decree upon you. The words of your enemies are silenced. The verdict of heaven has overturned them. The overturning is not only a word, it comes with signs. Heaven always confirms what it decrees. And tonight, the signs will surround you. Even now, I see doors before you. Some look wide, some narrow, some gilded, some broken. But not every door is yours. The enemy has built counterfeit doors, shiny paths that lead only to delay. That is why, in the past, you pressed against doors that would not open. You thought heaven had forgotten, but in truth, heaven was protecting. What did not open was not meant to. What shattered was counterfeit. What stayed closed was a mercy. But tonight, the true door has been unveiled, carved in light, sealed with your name. It begins to swing. Do you feel the trembling? Do you sense the atmosphere shifting? That is not imagination, it is alignment with the door. My beloved, you stand at a threshold. Behind you are the lies of your enemies, the weight of your battles, the silence of your waiting. Before you is the promise, the table, the vindication. And this night, heaven says, step forward. Do not doubt the shaking you feel. The ground beneath you quivers because what is false is falling. The delay you endured was not punishment, it was preparation. The silence you carried was not abandonment, it was strategy. For heaven fights in silence before revealing victory in sound. Even now, bowls are tipping in heaven. Every tear you cried was collected. Every whispered prayer was stored. And tonight, the bowls tip, liquid fire pours. Answers long delayed rain upon you. Can you feel the weight in your spirit as I speak? That heaviness is the bowl tipping, that burning in your hands is the oil spilling, that trembling in your chest is the overflow touching you. Beloved, scrolls are also opening. I see scrolls sealed with 7 seals, each marked with names. One carries your name. The seal is broken tonight, and the decree within is read aloud in heaven's chamber. Rise, advance, be vindicated. The angels hear it, the witnesses hear it, the enemies hear it, and so shall you. Stay with me, do not step away. 2 minutes of alignment is enough for heaven to shift decades of battle. If you leave early, you step away from the river just as it rises. But if you stay, you will drink the flood of reversal. My child, I tell you something again in secrecy. Guard this word. Not every eye can see the scroll. Not every ear can bear the decree. This is not for the crowd. It is for you. Hide it as Mary hid her word, treasuring it in silence until the time of unveiling. The decision is before you now. Will you believe the whispers of your enemies or the decree of heaven? Will you replay the laughter of men or the thunder of God's gavel? Tonight, you must choose what voice you carry into tomorrow. Do you feel the warmth spreading through your chest as I ask? That is confirmation that your spirit already agrees with heaven. Heaven will not force you, but heaven will beckon you. And tonight, heaven beckons. Choose life, choose faith, choose destiny. Beloved, do not let fear freeze you. Do not let memory of the past bind you. What happened before was training, not prophecy. The failures of yesterday are not the forecast of tomorrow. The delay was only the hammer being raised higher, so when it fell, the gavel struck louder. And hear me well, the gavel has already fallen. 3 times it struck, once for your vindication, twice for your elevation, thrice for your preservation. It is sealed. It cannot be undone. Stay here, remain aligned. Already, within minutes, a sign will appear. A message, a call, a knock, a tremble. Do not dismiss it. It is proof that the unseen is becoming seen. Beloved, the signs are not distant. They are already here. Do you not feel them wrapping around you? The atmosphere grows heavy, not with despair, but with destiny. Heaven presses close. The veil thins. Even the air around you shifts, as though creation itself is waiting for your decision. You must understand, heaven does not simply speak, confirms. The proof is always near. Tonight, you may notice your phone light up, your door stir, a message arrive without warning. Do not call it ordinary. Recognize it as a divine sign, a whisper of proof that the overturning has already begun, beloved. Let me show you the mystery of the doors once more. The counterfeit doors shimmer with promise, but lead to dust. Many times, the enemy tried to push you into these false paths. That is why you faced sudden collapses, why opportunities crumbled just as you touched them. You thought it was failure, but it was protection now. The true door opens. Sense the shift in your spirit. That tug, that sudden lightness in your heart is heaven saying, "This is the door. Walk through, my child." Scrolls continue to unroll in heaven's court. The names of your enemies are listed beside the lies they spoke. One by one, those lies are struck through, erased by fire. And beside your name, new words glow. Beloved, preserved, elevated. Do you feel the chills at the mention of it? That is not coincidence, is confirmation. Your body reacts because your spirit is receiving. Stay, beloved, do not drift. The decision before you tonight is weightier than you realize. You must choose to let go of the words that wounded you. If you keep repeating their accusations in your mind, you bind yourself to their verdict. But if you hold fast to heaven's decree, you align with your rising. Do not let your heart cling to bitterness. Release it now. Forgive, for forgiveness is not weakness, is unlocking. By releasing them, you release yourself. By letting go of their chains, you free your own hands. This is part of the decision heaven asks of you tonight. Beloved bowls continue to tip. The oil of answered prayer is flowing. Some of you will feel fire in your hands. Some will feel sudden tears breaking forth. Some will feel warmth flooding your chest. Do not resist these signs. They are heaven's confirmations, marking you, sealing you, branding you as chosen. And remember this again, in secrecy. Do not tell everyone what you receive. Do not cast pearls before swine. Do not share with those who mocked you before, for they will trample what they cannot understand. Keep this word as treasure in your hidden place. Wait until heaven unveils it publicly, and then all will see. Beloved, do not fear the shaking, for shaking is not destruction, it is alignment. Fruit does not fall without shaking. Doors do not swing open without trembling on their hinges. Mountains do not move without quaking. The shaking you feel is not the end of your foundation, it is the loosening of your harvest. The countdown still whispers. 2 minutes, 2 breaths, 2 steps. The overturning is not delayed, is already upon you. Each second that passes brings another verdict in your favor. Another enemy silenced, another door opened. So I tell you, my child, remain. Stay here, stay aligned, stay connected. Heaven is not done pouring. Do you feel the atmosphere rise? I speak that electricity in your spirit, that trembling in your body, that urge to cry or shout or simply breathe deeply, that is not random. That is the seal of the Spirit pressing upon you. Receive it, allow it, do not fear it. And so I close this third seal upon you. The doors are opening, the scrolls are unrolling, the bowls are tipping, the gavel has struck. You stand at the threshold. Decide tonight to step forward, for heaven has decreed your rising. Beloved, hear me now. What you called storms, heaven calls signs. What you saw as shaking, heaven calls alignment. What you thought was delay, heaven calls preparation. Tonight, I must reframe your vision, so you no longer misread the battle you've endured. The storm that beat against you was not meant to drown you, it was meant to wash away what could not stand with you. The winds that howled were not meant to scatter youth, they were meant to strip away what was never yours. And the shaking that made your knees tremble was not meant to break you, it was meant to release the fruit heaven planted long ago. Fruit does not fall without shaking. Oil does not pour without pressing. Diamonds do not form without pressure, and crowns are not placed without warfare, beloved. The very struggles you thought would end, you were the labor pains of your birth into destiny. I tell you plainly, delays were never denials. When doors did not open, heaven was not saying never, heaven was saying not yet. For the true door was not ready, the table not yet prepared, the crown not yet polished. And now, after your season of waiting, the table is set, the oil is poured, the crown is ready. Beloved, your enemies misread the shaking. They thought it meant you were finished. They thought it meant you had no strength. But heaven says the shaking was the signal that the harvest was ripe. The storms were the sound of heaven clearing the path. Do you feel it now, my child? That sudden lift in your chest, that pressure breaking like dawn, that is your spirit recognizing truth. That is heaven confirming that what you feared was never punishment hit, was positioning. And so tonight, I speak promise over you. I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. This is not my word, is the decree of the Eternal. The very ones who whispered against you will witness the oil flowing upon you. The very eyes that rolled in mockery will be forced to watch as you rise. Beloved, the promises are not small. They touch every corner of your life. Heaven whispers to me now. Approvals will come where denials once stood. Finances will flow where lack once mocked. Health will bloom where sickness once lingered. Joy will return where sorrow sat too long. And peace will guard the walls of your home like fire around a city. Do not doubt it. Even your family will feel the overflow. The blessing is not for you alone, it will spill upon those you love. Children will walk lighter, partners will breathe freer, households will shift in atmosphere. For when heaven overturns, it does not stop halfway. For secrecy is protection. Some promises grow best in the soil of quiet, beloved. You wonder if this is truly for you. You question if perhaps you are only imagining. But why then does your spirit tremble? Why does your heart burn? Why do your eyes water even now? These are not accidents. They are confirmations, somatic signs that heaven speaks directly to you. Stay in the flow. Remain in alignment. Every second you remain, another layer of blessing is poured. Every word you receive, another wall falls down. And hear me gently, remain connected. Covenant your ear to heaven's whisper. Do not disconnect from the flow. Subscribe not as ritual, but as alignment has. Tether to the voice that will call you again. Heaven does not shout, it whispers. And those aligned hear the next word. Beloved, your enemies will not understand. They will wonder how you survived. They will ask how you rose again. But you will know was not your strength. It was heaven's overturning. And I decreed tonight, you will not only survive, you will overflow, beloved. Let me tell you what storms cannot do. Storms cannot erase your name from heaven's scroll. Darkness cannot silence what has been decreed in light. Every attack against you was loud, but every decree for you was louder still. The storm you endured was not the sign of your ending, it was the trumpet of your beginning. The thunder that rattled your windows was heaven's announcement that change was near. The lightning that split the sky was the flash of heaven's pen signing your vindication. And the floodwaters that rose were not meant to drown youth, were meant to lift your ark above the ground. Beloved, you must begin to see as heaven sees. Do not call the delay punishment. Do not call the silence abandonment. Do not call the storm destruction. Reframe it now. Delay was preservation. Silence was strategy. Storm was alignment. Can you feel the shift in your body as I speak this? Some of you are sighing deeply. Some are trembling in your hands. Some are feeling warmth in your chest. These are confirmations. The Spirit touches you to seal this truth. And I declare to you, the promise is bigger than you imagined. Heaven's overturning will not only silence your enemies' ayapas, will elevate you. They will see your table laid, and they will not be able to deny it. They will watch as doors open before you, They will hear of approvals they thought you would never receive. They will witness joy bloom in your home again. Beloved, your enemies are not your focus anymore. Heaven will deal with them. Your focus is the promise. Fix your eyes on the crown descending, not the tongues wagging. Watch the gates of favor opening, not the shadows retreating. And I speak to your house, peace shall dwell here. No longer will strife rule your nights. Laughter will return to the walls. Joy will echo in the rooms. Where fear once lingered, angels will stand guard. Where heaviness once pressed, light will pour. Your family will taste this too. The overflow will not stop with you. For heaven blesses not in drops, but in floods. Beloved, receive this. Finances will turn. Approvals long denied will suddenly pass. Bodies weakened will suddenly strengthen. Dreams once buried will rise again. The shaking is not the sound of destruction, it is the sound of chains falling. I urge you once more, guard this word. Do not tell it everywhere. Some promises are gardens that must remain fenced until fruit appears. Keep it in your spirit. Let it root deep before it is shown. Do not step away now. Do not treat this moment as common. Every breath you take in this word is watering the seed of promise. Every second you remain, angels move on your behalf. And so, beloved, I decree the fourth seal upon you. Storms have been reframed, delays have been redeemed, promises have been released. The table is set before your enemies, and you will eat in peace. Remain connected, remain aligned. Covenant your ear with heaven. Subscribe, not as ritual, but as a sign you choose to stay tethered to the whisper of the Spirit. For the next word is near, and only those aligned will hear it. Beloved, rejoice. You are not forgotten. You are preserved, chosen, and elevated. Beloved, listen with all your spirit now. The hour has come. The decree is written. The vaults of heaven are opening. For too long, the words of your enemies echoed in your ears. But tonight, another sound drowns them out, the sound of heaven's gavel falling. Do you hear it? 3 strikes. Once, to silence the voices that accused you. Twice, to overturn the verdicts written against you. Thrice, to seal your elevation in fire. It is done. It cannot be reversed. Even now, scrolls of flame are unrolled. Your name shines upon them. Not written in ink, but carved in light, engraved in fire. This is the decree, beloved, chosen, elevated, preserved. No hand of man can blot it out. No whisper of enemy can undo it. No shadow can dim it, beloved. The vault of heaven has opened. What was locked is now released. Finances, long delayed, released. Health, long prayed for, released. Joy, long buried, released. Approvals denied, again and again released. The floodgates open, and the river will not be stopped. Do you feel the weight in your chest breaking? Do you feel your hands tingling, your eyes burning with tears? These are confirmations. Heaven's fire is not distant, it is touching you. Now, beloved, heaven declares tonight, your enemies will see it. They will watch as the very verdict they planned against you turns to ash in their hands. They will stand stunned as the crown is set upon your head. For this is not a secret elevation, it will be witnessed. And yet, guard the process. Some things must remain hidden until the fullness comes. This is the third secrecy clause. Hide it in your heart. Do not run to shout what has only begun. Let the fruit ripen before you carry it to the market. let the crown be placed before you display it. Stay with me, stay aligned. Every second you remain is another chain broken. Every word you receive is another gate opened. Do not walk away now. You are in the very surge of breakthrough. Beloved, I see angels moving. They carry scrolls, they carry keys, they carry bowls of fire. They approach you, marking you, sealing you. Do not resist the trembling in your spirit, but is their touch. Do not fear the warmth in your body, is their seal. You may feel as though time is shortened. Yes, it is. The countdown has not stopped. 2 minutes still echo in the chambers of heaven. 2 minutes and proof will appear. 2 minutes and signs will touch you. Do not despise them, for they are the confirmation that this word is living. The decree is final. Heaven has written it. In fire, hell cannot erase it. Men cannot undo it. Doubt cannot silence it. Beloved, do not leave the field half-watered. Do not abandon the table half-prepared. Stay, stay until the last drop is poured. Stay until the last chain is broken. Stay until the last word is spoken. For heaven has not only promised, has already begun. Beloved, the surge is here. The overturning is not just promised, it is happening. The chains that bound you for years are breaking link by link, second by second. The doors that resisted you are swinging wide, and no hand can close them again. The decree has gone forth from heaven's court, and all creation bows to it. I see it clearly. The gavel has struck, the scroll has unrolled, the fire has sealed. The word is finished, overturned, elevated, preserved. Do you feel the electricity in your body now? The trembling in your hands, the heat in your chest, the tears rising unbidden. These are not ordinary reactions. They are the Spirit branding you with confirmation. Heaven marks you as its own. Beloved, your enemies will witness what heaven is doing. They will watch as the very ground they thought would bury you becomes the platform of your rising. They will see the table set before them, heavy with blessing, overflowing with oil, and they will not be able to deny it. But hear me once more. Do not rush to announce it. Some things must stay in silence until the unveiling. This is the final secrecy clause. Guard what you have received tonight. Hide it like treasure until heaven displays it publicly. Do not give pearls to those who trample. Keep the seed until its fruit is visible to all. Beloved, the flood is not partial, it touches every corner. Finances are shifting. Approvals are being stamped. Health is springing forth. Peace is clothing your home. Joy is breaking into laughter where silence once ruled. And the overflow will touch even your family, spilling from you to those around. You taught, stay here, do not walk away. Every moment you linger is another wave released. Every breath you take here is another chain snapped. Do not leave the field half-watered. Stay until the harvest bursts forth. The countdown whispers still 2 minutes, 2 minutes to proof, 2 minutes to confirmation. Do not doubt it. The knock, the call, the sign it is already set in motion. Beloved, you are chosen, you are sealed, you are written in fire upon heaven's scrolls. Your destiny is not delayed, it is here. Your miracle is not withheld, it is being poured. Your enemies are not victorious, they are silenced. I cry out to you with urgency, remain aligned. Do not let this word pass like smoke. Stay connected, covenant your spirit to heaven's whisper. Align yourself so you do not miss the next decree. This is not about ritual, not about habit, not about algorithm. It is covenant. Subscribe as a sign that you choose to remain tethered, that you will not miss the next whisper of heaven. Beloved, the final surge is now. The vault is open. The decree is sealed. The fire has fallen. You are lifted. You are vindicated. You are preserved. And I seal this final covenant over you. Your enemies spoke against you, but heaven overturned it tonight. You will rise. You will overflow. You will walk crowned in light. For you are chosen, beloved, preserved for such a time as this. Stay in the flow. Every second matters. Every breath carries decree. Do not step away. Heaven is still pouring.